So we have another update on Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. The script is happening. We are ready to go. Fans are excited, especially the excitement is just radiating off the screen from the Snyder cultists. So here's what Mattson Tomlin, who is the co-writer for the first Batman and is co-writing this one alongside Matt Reeves, here's what he had to say. It's shooting next year. Hell yeah. We are gearing up, and I will say that the bar just could not be higher. It's the sequel to the first one, but also Matt Reeves is like no other. In the 5 years now that I've been working with him as closely as I have, I've tried to absorb as much as humanly possible from him, and I'm so grateful for the time that I get to spend with him because he is a true artist who is operating in a world where sometimes art doesn't get to flourish, and he's trying to make something that really matters. So to be able to just be on the ride and be part of that process is pretty unbelievable, pretty tremendous. I'm psyched for the movie. And now, as you all know, I have just done a complete 180 on the film. I never hated the Batman, but I was just very meh on the film. From like first, from like my first reaction to it, I was just like, yeah, it's good, but I don't know. I'm not really enthralled with the world. I'm not really in love with this movie. But after more rewatches and viewings, I was like, you know what? Like the craftsmanship, the art direction, the aesthetic of the film, Robert Pattinson, the direction, I've really appreciated what Matt Reeves did, and I've come to really like a lot of the things that before I was just like meh on. Now I'm like, oh my god, like wow, like that's actually like really cool, like going in depth with the world and just the whole vibe of the movie. I really like it. So hopefully, if the Batman Begins, the Batman Part 2, I want that shit to be The Dark Knight. So hopefully Matt Reeves really goes the extra mile and really gives us a true epic crime saga and a true epic crime sequel with the Batman Part 2. And there's a lot of people were wondering, like, why is the Batman Part 2 taking so long? And this article from Screen Rant really goes into that. So here it is. There are many factors to take into account when it comes to what's going on with the Batman Part 2 and why it is taking as long as it has to happen. Initially, the Batman Part 2 was set to start filming in November 2023, as the film had a release date set for October 2025. However, the Hollywood strike that took up most of the last year delayed the script from being finished, while actors were also not filming in light of standing with their unions, which makes sense. It's also worth taking into consideration that the Batman Part 2's development has also been happening in the midst of the rise of DC Studios, which will be setting up James Gunn's DC universe. Even though the Batman franchise stands on its own as an Elseworlds property, there have likely been discussions between Gunn and Reeves regarding how their properties will coexist. Gunn may not have a creative involvement with the Batman Part 2, which I doubt that, but the sequel is still being produced under DC Studios, meaning he still has his co-CEO responsibilities to do for any film made under the studio, which, yeah, like the Batman Part 2 falls under DC Studios. Like James Gunn has the power to cancel this film, and James Gunn has creative ideas, then he's going to absolutely implement them to Matt Reeves. But again, James Gunn is a director himself, and James Gunn is like, listen, Matt Reeves, you know what you're doing with this world. I trust you. I love the Batman. Go do your thing and let us know if you have any concerns or if you need help. Like, so to say that James Gunn has no creative involvement whatsoever, just like that's silly. Like, no, he could if he wanted to, but again, he's leaving Matt Reeves alone to do his thing, and I appreciate that, James Gunn. So again, all this news I'm very excited for. I think the Batman Part 2 is shaping up to be a sequel worthy of the first one, and maybe possibly can make a sequel that's on par with Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Tall order, but let's see if Matt Reeves can pull it off. So that's gonna be it. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, 6 name in the comments below. What do you think of this news for the Batman Part 2? Are you excited? Are you surprised that it's not canceled? Because James Gunn is so jealous of Matt Reeves, which is so stupid, but whatever. It's Snyder Cultists. What do you think? What do you expect from the Snyder Cult? You know, they're fucking stupid. Surprise, surprise. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth Out, the Batman Part 2. Here we go.
Nice.